Lend a Hand Foundation. Yes. If you do research in Florida, specifically in the Broward County area, there is a foundation called Lend a Hand Foundation. Why is this important? Your boy Jahseh Onfray, aka XxXTentacion, was a president of this foundation. Shout to Miss Morgan on this information. Yes, he was a president in that foundation. Can you guess the other president? None other than Cleopatra Bernard. Can you also guess the officers affiliated but did not have presidential status? Christina Kerr, Cyphron Kerr. So looking at these details, we now have a clear picture of the leaders of this organization that is known as a charity. Now, how many times have we seen charities take more money than they give out? But that's not even this. The theory and theme of this video is how much is Lend a Hand Foundation worth? What is the worth of this foundation? This should be on paperwork. If any commenter is watching and researching, let me know what is the worth of it. This will begin to open eyes. You see, earlier I mentioned that $50,000 in the back seat was small fish worth. So that would make sense why suspects, namely felons that are being prosecuted, will rush to a scene to commit a crime. But right now we're talking about a mastermind plan. Now see, remember there's mastermind charges you get from the cops. But on the adverse side, there's mastermind plans, which means I put a bunch of people in position that step on basically a landmine and blow the case wide open. Now the police are only going to target who committed the violent part of it. See, on the backside, there's perspectives that lead to a mental thinking of individuals who may have been, let's say, in a different position to enact, to put forth a plan to develop this type of setting. It would have been easy to not only get this man. So let's say he entered Riva Motorsports and he was perfectly fine. Everything happened the way the witness said. Upon leaving, X could have potentially pushed the witness off because he wasn't feeling good. See, it would have been nothing for me if I knew he had a habit of, let's say, popping pills or enjoying some type of catalyst. For me to take one, that's normal, but then hand him something else. And that would have easily worked through to the factor of him riding, starting to feel a little uneasy, maybe even stopping his car within a given point of time, and then calling in the individuals to get him while he's disoriented. This would have been a major reason of why he thought he could fight off men with MP5s. That would have made sense because he's not in his right mind, which means he had no, let's say, ability to fight off his attackers. This would have been a clear set plan to disorientate the young superstar and set him up, whereas he knew nothing that was going on. Because if you remember the pictures we actually saw that we were able to see, even from the video that one of the suspects took, it looked like no one was in the passenger seat. So at that point, we can presume he ran or he got out. So sticking to the script of what's actually happened, how many people have Lend a Hand Foundation actually helped? How legit is this business? Especially now that XxXTentacion's gone, who was one of the presidents, and I know he was one of the major contributors to make this company exist. You see, what if he was influenced by others to begin a company for the family, where not only they could profit, but they can make money on the side working with him? Remember, he never had anyone around for attention. So It would be perfect for me to make an organization with my family, being able to get the attention I always wanted. But if I didn't know what their thoughts were on the backside or motives were for their own growth, if I wanted to run a legit company that actually helped people and gave more to people than pocketed, and that's not what they wanted, it would have been easy for me to be, let's say, influenced to put in a large sum of money so that this company looks very legit and it's a corporation, a nonprofit corporation or organization that has different rules for how reporting and show of money happens. It would have been perfect, because not only are we now being funded by the government, but now we're also with someone who's fairly rich and could put most of his assets, or more money than we've all ever seen, into the company, then get rid of him if he really had good intentions to do something. See, if he wasn't behind filling my pockets, her pockets, his pockets, but actually going out and helping people how he said he wanted to, it would be perfect to get rid of someone who did not have a mind in unison with us all. Now, here's the one part other than that needs understood or research, not only about how much this company's worth, when exactly was it made? Was it made a week before his issue? Was it made a few months before his issue? Or was this company created years? The closer to the date he was going, it was made, the closer we need to look at when the money was created to show the wealth and value of this company. It is not only going to open eyes, but it's going to show a levy to basically what all is occurring, what all occurred, how this company fits into standards in this spectrum of all other companies in a charitable organization. How much did he decree to pay all of his officers? How much did he alleviate to his mother? That would make sense. She's able to sign anything, right of will wise, anything with Tentacion, because I'm a president in a major company. He would have gave equal share to her. So he would have shared all powers with her, probably except control of the money, because it was his money. So not only am I taking the time to get to know my mother, not only am I taking time to get to know my other side of my extended family, but now I have their attention because they know I'm worth a lot of money. This all makes sense to why I would even include them in a company, because I'm showing them that I'm the big man and I'm the man in power. Did this frustrate Siphon to the point he's like, well, now he's the man and the mother's enthused about her son, but I've been with you for years, may have even allegedly been the reason he wasn't able to be around in the first place. But now I'm moving things. I'm the big man on campus. One of the things to check is if he became a president after Tentacion passed away. That would make a lot of sense, because this is a mother-son company. No, now this is a father-mother company. And if you look at things from this type of standard, it begins to put more motive on why his life was in danger versus the average thoughts of the fact these guys wanted $50,000. Yes, that's a lot of money, but how long does it really last? That's a year's worth of money. Why go for a year's worth when I can go for a lifetime? These things are not only beginning to make sense, but are only adding incentive for other extended family to be involved setting things like this up. He did not have a normal ongoing relationship from childhood to his teenage life, dealing with not only his mother, his extended family, his stepfather. His life was not normal. He spoke about this many times to fans in interviews. What was really the conscience but the money? If he still put me in a position where I got to work for it, when I know he doesn't have to work for anything, what level of jealousy would there be? What level of annoyance would there be that this guy is well off, but he won't make me well off? He won't let me live my life, even though I'm older than him and I've been hustling all my life. There's a level of jealousy that comes with these type of factors. And people start forgetting about relations and start thinking about monetary gain, wealth, comfort, relaxation, progress, what I deserve, what I deserve. That is the thought process of many people when large sums of money are presented. And that's what I'm saying would have easily been motive in any scenario that we know to even be relevant to human life. How many times have we seen charities pocket money? How many times have we seen different situations where money's not delivered, nor items to the places they're really needed? Through nonprofit organizations. So X really wanted to lend a hand. What if the people around him wanted to lend a hand to themselves? What if the people that were around him got with others and realized they could take advantage of some issues to direct the money to the place it needed to be, and that was their pockets? Instead of where we publicly seen X say he wanted to distribute the money to help others less fortunate. If I know someone had $10 million, which was the deal he signed after, and he's only making my company worth a few million, instead of handing hundreds of $1,000s to me, even if I was making $100,000 in a year, would that really be enough knowing this person had over $10 million and more money coming in because he had platinum records? This is a very interesting topic, and I think this is beginning to clear things up on a motive for a mastermind. That's the topic right here, the motive for mastermind. Masterminds. That ending part. What are you guys' thoughts? Hop in the comments below, subscribe, click the bell. All rights reserved.